scientist who found particles from a crashed UFO. When I say UFO, we don't know if it's an operating flying UFO. It could just be an object outside of our solar system. But the point is, it was moving faster than any comet or anything that would come off of our sun. Because everything that we've gotten on Earth so far is something that's been circulating in our solar system, right? So whatever this object is came from outside our solar system, and it has particles that seem to be inhuman, and which is why this is so important and why people are kind of interested in this.
Professor Loeb has just come back from a trip that he says has advanced our understanding. He is a Harvard professor and head of the Galileo Project, Dr. Avi Loeb. Doc, good to see you. What'd you find?
Great to see you. Well, I found that it's easier to recover the truth about interstellar space from the bottom of the Pacific Ocean than it is from government. And the way we did it is by organizing a ship and going after the relics of a meteor that was noticed by government sensors back in 2014, almost a decade ago. And it was unusual because it moved very fast. And we figured out that it was moving so fast, faster than the escape speed from the solar system. Therefore, it originated from interstellar space.
So and that's what it was. It's, no. The explanation of how we know that's important. It's not from our solar system because of the velocity that it impacted with Earth.
And the government, the Department of Defense, actually confirmed it in a letter to NASA last year that at the 99.999%, this meteor originated from outside the solar system. So
what is it, Avi? You're killing me.
Faster than 95% of all stars in the vicinity of the sun, and also its material strength was tougher than all space rocks that NASA cataloged, 272 of them over the past decade. And that raised the possibility that it may have been an artificial technological object. And to find out, we went to the Pacific Ocean, to the location. We pinpointed the location even better than the government did, using seismometer data near Papua New Guinea. And the ocean is 2 kilometers deep, and the region was 10 kilometers in size. And we were looking for droplets, molten metal from the surface of this object when the fireball released a few percent of the Hiroshima atomic bomb energy. And we found them. The amazing thing is that we found them. I just received the package with all the materials by FedEx a few hours ago. You can see them here. These are spirals. They are just like babies
Avi.
Sitting in their delivery room.
Open up the package. Let's take a look at the stuff.
Well,
what is it?
Here is one example. You can see it. I'm holding it in my hand. It's the first time that humans hold in their hands material from a big object that came from interstellar space. The first time in history, okay? And
wait, Avi, hold it up higher.
So you won't
what is
see
in there?
Because, okay, what's inside is a spheral. This is like a metallic marble that we saw very distinct from the background of volcanic ash. We saw a lot of black powder, but inside of it, with a microscope, we could find those metallic marbles. They are like perfect spheres, colored in blue or brown or gold, and they're just beautiful. And they are the droplets from the molten surface of this object that fell into the Pacific Ocean, roughly 1 millimeter in size. Each of them weighs 1 milligram. And we were able to find them with a sled covered with magnets on both sides. And now we have them in our hands.
Hold on a second.
We have more than 50 of them. Yeah.
Hold on a second. I want to brag about you. First of all, that is extraordinary that you were able to salvage at that depth and find things of, such a small nature of volume and the identifiable ability with whatever they landed in on the bottom that could have sucked them away and out of any sense of detection. So, bravo. Now, the big question. Do you think that it came from out of this world, and what is your basis for that understanding?
Well, definitely from outside the solar system, because we the meteor was moving very fast, and these spherules, these spherical marbles, were positioned, they were located just where the meteor went, the path of the meteor. We didn't find them in control regions far away, 10 miles away. We found them concentrated along the path of the meteor. And moreover, the composition may be completely different from solar system objects. We are planning to use electron microscopes to also image them and examine what kind of isotopes they contain, like radioactive isotopes. We can date how long the journey took and potentially find, in fact, already I have some preliminary data indicating that these droplets are older than the solar system. So this is all very exciting, because in the coming weeks, it's just a matter of weeks now, we will put them under the best instruments in the world that we have at Harvard and figure out what they're made of. And once we figure it out, then there are two possibilities. Either it's a rock that was made in an environment very different than the solar system, because the material strength was tougher than all space rocks, including iron meteorites. That's one possibility, but it's also possible that it was some kind of an technological gadget. Just think of Voyager in a billion years colliding with an exoplanet and burning up in the atmosphere of this planet. It would appear as a meteor.
Hey,
older than the solar system.
So,
right, that's like
so let's just say it's a meteorite, right? The fact that it's a meteorite from outside of our solar system, that's exciting, just off the bat. Why is that exciting? Because that means we have new materials on the planet that we've never had before, which then means there's a possibility that we can learn something from these materials, or maybe use this material to engineer something else. And that's just if it's a meteorite that's outside of our planet. If this is like some technology that came from somewhere else, like it's not even that they lost it.
DCs and stuff that go on in their world could be true.
There could be a watchtower.
Yeah, watchtower, all of that.
I don't know, man. Last night, Sue and I were talking about how the whole Men in Black thing could very well be true.
Yeah,
We were just
right.
watching the Men in Black.
And how it might not be how sensational it looks like on TV, but there could be a branch of the government who obviously knows about aliens, but not just knows about aliens, working with aliens.
Yeah.
And I just feel like, I mean, I'm not saying that's what it is, but we're at a point where we're getting this information, and I knew we were going to get this information. If any of this stuff is true, we're going to get more information.
Yeah.
That's just what it is. We're going to get more information, and it's going to be a flood of information and more information. They're already talking about how people who are higher up than that last guy, the whistleblower, is already corroborating what he said.
Mm-hmm.
And they keep bringing up these balloons as if all 100 and something or 1,000 something things that they saw up there were balloons. Dude, we have 12 objects. If they were balloons, we would just say we have 12 balloons.
Yeah.
Right.
We have 12 objects that aren't balloons, that are UFOs. Can we get a picture? Can we get some images? Can we get anything?
I mean, they
Like,
could
what is
be
the government
just,
doing,
They
bro?
could be just doing this to like hoax us. They could be none of that. They could just be,
Be none of
making
that.
all of this
Facts.
stuff, all this science stuff. They could just be doing that to employ themselves to have a job.
Here's my-
no cap.
It's just
Yeah, like,
make sure we keep voting.
Yeah.
But then why that now? That's my
true.
question. Why
Because they
that
could be
now?
No, I feel like the information is true. I just feel like they have to put something out, because we cannot. If they ignore it, then it's going to be very noticeable that they're ignoring it. That it's something going on, because all of these years they have been not saying anything, just keeping it quiet. But now information has been leaked out, so they can't be hush hush about it, because it's already on TikTok, which is a very big platform worldwide. It's already on. People take those screenshots from TikTok, put them on Facebook, put them on Instagram, put them on YouTube. They have to put some information out for us to be able to be like, okay, let's calm down now. We know there's aliens. Let's calm down now. We don't have to be so uproar about it.
But they act like we've been through various aliens. Like,
Yeah,
we gonna give it to
You
you.
know-
We gonna give it to the peasants now.
You know, I always try to because I want it to be true, and I know I want it to be true, right? So I always try to say, well, you know what, it's not true. Why wouldn't it be true?
Mm-hmm.
But in a situation like this, the government has always denied. Always
Yeah,
came up with
sure.
an excuse.
Right.
it doesn't make sense that they would use the thing that would make them look like a liar to keep them in position of power.
Yeah,
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, they would just put something else
because
on to cover
them
our eyes
telling
like
us
they
this
always
now,
do.
Yeah.
it doesn't help their situation as
It just
people in
makes it worse
control.
because you're like, now you guys lied to us, and now how
For
are we
90
gonna believe
years,
you?
bro.
Exactly. How are we gonna believe you as a government? That's the whole thing now. But
But-
that's one of the reasons. That's why I feel like this is one of the reasons why they haven't said anything is because they want to keep that power structure of